Yo, what is up, guys? I don't really want to make y'all wait because I already have quite a bit, but without further ado, let's get right into the Q&A. So for my first question, I actually asked, if you get a surge of money, can you figure out a way to port to consoles, or are you going to keep it a PC exclusive? And they say, with more funding, we'll definitely be in a better position to research porting Identity to console. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. But even so, we really feel that our focus should be building the best experience that we can on PC before we even consider other platforms. So I'm glad that they're trying to, make this a really good PC game, and they're really going to be working hard on that. But I have friends that play console and that they would love to play this game, but they can't play PC because they can't afford it, obviously. But who knows? This could be able to go to the PS5, the Xbox Scorpio, whatever the newest PS4 Xbox is whenever Identity finally comes out. But anyway, I think they should definitely keep it going with the PC. So next question, I asked, will you look into scan? I said FaceTime last time, but they said we've spent some time as a group discussing the benefits of face scan technology within Identity, and our consensus has been that the quality of the output varies too greatly to be consistent with the level of immersion we expect from Identity. So this does make some sense because you don't want those like fully blacked out Batman characters running around in Identity. So I can understand where they're coming from in this stance. So for question number 3, I asked, will there be stockbrokers and a sort of Wall Street in the game? And they say pretty much that, it looks good on paper, but there are too many variables involved that might, imbalance the game's economy through exploits. And see, this is kind of a rough patch that every game developer has to go through. And there's a lot of things that look good on paper, but they won't be able to do it because there's going to be people that are, quote unquote, money glitching everything like they did with GTA with the, the bikes and everything. It's just exploits. That's all it is. It's in every single game. So there will not be a Wall Street or stockbrokers in game as a job. So one of my favorite questions that I did ask, will you encourage modding and modded servers like Bethesda does? They say, we'd love to implement modding support for private servers in the future, but it is unlikely to be available by the time Identity launches. We have been very vocal about our desire to control player experience and immersion in Identity, and I'm not sure yet to what extent we'd be open to supporting player created content, because even on private servers, a player's immersive experience with our game is still very important to us. So I can kind of understand where they're going with this. I think that they'll most likely put in mods, or someone will put in mods for them, regardless of what they say. But I think that, the immersion is a really good part of the game, and it's going to be a huge part of it. But people could also, bring a lot to the table with that kind of thing. There's immersion mods for Skyrim and stuff like that. Stuff that the Identity devs did not think of, people will be able to make it. That's just the cool thing about mods. So this question is kind of pointless, but it did need to be asked from me at least. So I basically said, will you guys use up the whole keyboard like Arma 3, or will it be a lot of action menus and like pop-up radio menus to scroll around? And they say that pretty much they will have a lot of radio menus and stuff like that, and it will be controller friendly, and you can use a keyboard, and also you can have radio menus with the keyboard also. So that's pretty cool, and I like the idea that they're not going to be using up the entire keyboard, just like Arma does. That's kind of hassle. A couple quick pop-up menus in Arma would be nice instead of having to use the scroll wheel for every single thing. Next, another question that I thought was pretty cool was, will there be hacker groups that can learn, a certain coding language where it's harder to hack instead of having just an action? And they say, unfortunately, no, there isn't a hacking job in Identity, so this will not be possible. We've definitely considered it, but feel that we'd be changing the functionality of other gameplay mechanics that we're already happy with the design of. In some cases, the less complicated system is the better one. So I'm kind of disappointed that hacking won't be the job, but it does kind of put to rest some thoughts that I had about hacking, because I really wanted to know if you would be able to hack in this game, because I thought it would be pretty cool. Next question on the list has kind of already been answered already, but it's how will drug making work? And it says, drug production in Identity requires players to collect various ingredients before taking them to a specific location on the map. or in Meth's case, a mobile RV that is player driven and parked just about anywhere. The player must feed the ingredients into a series of mini game like processes that usually require the player to wait a number of minutes to finish. So just to add another question into this, you will only be able to make meth in RVs at this time. They might change it in the future, but most likely not. Question number 8 is, can you work in the Town Square module? If not, how will we buy clothes and stuff? And they reply with, there are no jobs in the Town Square module because it's only a social lobby for players to meet up and meet other people who are playing Identity. Shopping is an activity in the Town Square, but players won't need money because everything will be free or money will be provided for you. And this is cool for those people who don't really want to spend all their money all at one spot, or if they don't want to work, they can just get stuff and kind of test stuff out, because this is a test, obviously. In this question I ask, will you have mods on the official server, like moderators to prevent with RDM? And they say pretty much that there will be no mods and no rules for RDM, but there will be mechanics in place to discourage or automatically punish players for RDM. So the mechanic is say you're about to get robbed, right? And you run away, then you'll take more damage. But if somebody just shoots you without even pointing a gun at you, then your meter won't go up. Your nervous meter, it won't go up. But if it goes up, then you'll take more damage, a lot more damage. Next question I ask is, will there be monopoly and tax evasion laws set up, or will you just leave stuff like that to the in-game governors? And they say yes, there are mechanics in the game to prevent one single company from creating a monopoly and to give everyone an equal opportunity to profit. Laws also exist to discourage players from not paying their taxes in Identity, and tax rates will be actually adjusted by the governor at the given time. So this is kind of cool because it really it shows their view on politics and stuff in the game and how they want to make it awesome. Question 11 I ask, how will branding work, and can we upload logos directly in game? And they say yes, you can upload logos from directly in game, and they'll actually have an in-game tool for making these logos. But you can't draw anything inappropriate, of course. They'll take it off. But you can put the stuff on cars and stuff like that, and I'd say you could probably put it on your wall or your house or your shirts, stuff like that. I think that the logo system is going to be awesome. Here I ask, how in depth will car customization be? And they say players in Identity will have the option to tune their vehicles for specific performance requirements, as well as cosmetic stuff for customizing their vehicles. But they don't want to add too many exotic options because they want you to be immersed and have realistic experience. And they also go on to say players who are familiar with Grand Theft Auto's tuning garages will have a good understanding on how the feature might work. Question number 13 I ask, how will car crashes, speeding, and hitting pedestrians work? And they basically just say when a car crashes in Identity, you're crashed. You either have to call roadside assistance, or there could be a mechanic going through the area looking for broken down cars. I don't know. So they say that they don't expect players to survive crazy stunt jumps, and it's not in this exact question, but he said it under that I wasn't able to screenshot that part, but he said that you will have to have a witness to your crime. So if you hit a pedestrian and there's no one there, then you aren't going to just get a bounty for it. So this is awesome because in the Altus Life server mod, you would get a bounty for anything you did, even if they didn't see you do it, which didn't make any sense to me, but I think this is a really cool aspect of the game. Can you chop off body parts? Simple answer is no. They do have plans for limb damage, and you can have broken bones for each limb, and I don't know, maybe your leg will be pushed backwards or something like that. You'll be slowed down a lot by it, and a broken arm could result in loss in firearms accuracy, as it says right there. So number 16, I say explorable abandoned buildings, mysteries we can solve, historical things to find like cave paintings, and they say there are a number of Easter eggs hidden throughout Identity's world for players to find, and a public museum for displaying special artifacts that players discover hidden away in the environment. These items are very rare, and the museum will reward players handsomely for discovering them. So imagine finding dinosaur bones in the middle wherever you're at, and you just have to put them back in your truck and take it down to a museum. That's gonna be so cool. So this pretty much confirms the fact that there are gonna be museums and stuff in here for these Easter eggs that we will be able to find ourselves, and that kind of shows you that you could be a treasure hunter in this game. How will bank heists work? This is last but definitely my favorite. Will we be able to plan them out, or will we just wait in a spot for a period of time? And they say banks and identity are almost always available for robbery, just waiting for a group of opportunistic criminals to take the risk. If a bank has already been robbed recently, it may make sense to find another one elsewhere on the island, or wait for it to be stocked with money again later. Think Payday 2 when imagining how a bank robbery might work in Identity. That little Payday 2 comment was probably one of my favorite things that I've ever seen in my entire life. Imagine a life simulator with a bank robbery system like Payday 2. This is going to be one of the greatest games that I have ever played in my entire life, but I don't want to hype it up too much, even though I just kind of did. All these have been confirmed by Motown himself to me, and I will send you the full link to the drop text or whatever he sent, whatever link he sent it in, and I can show you screenshots for the what Motown said over Discord and the link that he sent me. And if you guys want to see more of these videos, more of these identity videos, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, drop a subscription to me. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and leave a comment saying your favorite confirmed feature. Peace out.